Hello everybody, welcome back. So today I'm going to be talking all about my personal ins and outs in the world of beauty and fashion. So right around the new year, there was a trend going around specifically on Instagram where people were sharing their ins and outs for the new year. So their ins were all the things that they were bringing into the new year and like things that they were continuing to do or new things that they wanted to incorporate into their life in the new year. And then the outs were all the things that they weren't, that they were just leaving behind, that they weren't into anymore. It did inspire me slightly. So I created a pretty solid list. I'm going to be going through everything with you guys today. Definitely give me all of your thoughts on everything that I'm talking about today in the comments and let me know your personal ins and outs. I think that'll be so much fun to see what everybody has to say. And I got a lot to talk about, so let's just get right into it. Let's start off first with the ins, and I did separate everything into different categories. So we're going to begin with makeup. Starting out first with my biggest in, because I feel like I have completely converted myself into a brown mascara, brown eyeliner girly. Black mascara and black eyeliner, especially black liquid eyeliner, was always the default. I never considered even choosing another color because to me mascara equals black and any type of liquid eyeliner always equaled black. And please don't get me wrong, like I will still wear a black liquid eyeliner, but for day-to-day use I started to realize how harsh it looked on my eyes, and then I started to experiment a little bit with brown liquid eyeliner and different variations of brown, like a warmer brown, a darker brown, and almost black brown. And every single time I would put on that brown eyeliner, I just found that it was so much more flattering. It kind of meshed with my coloring a lot better because I am more on the fairer side. It just didn't have the same level of harshness that a black eyeliner can sometimes have. Same thing with brown mascara. I never gravitated towards it because I just assumed that if you put on brown mascara, it was like you were applying no mascara at all because you just wouldn't get that impact that I really love when it comes to my mascara, and that's just not the case. Now I feel like there's so many options out there because they're becoming more and more popular, and so a lot of brands are coming out with their version of brown mascaras that still give you the volume, the impact, and the pop that you want from your lashes, but with just a bit of like a softer color. And it's funny because I would have never expected that my eyes would pop even more when I wear a brown mascara or a brown eyeliner, so much more than when I apply black. That is my first big in right now. So my next in is getting my brows done. For my entire life, I never really got my brows done. Once I learned how to do my own brows, I always just tweezed them myself, and I never really felt the need to go somewhere to actually get my brows done. But a couple years ago, I got my brows done for the first time by my esthetician, Barbara, who is the queen of my brows. And when she was done, I was thrilled because my brows looked impeccable. It made doing my makeup so much quicker, so much easier because I felt like I didn't even really need to fill in my brows. I would just go in with a brow gel and my brows looked perfect. Now at that time, even though I loved how she did my brows so much, I really only went to go see her to do my brows when I would go to see her to do my facials, which was like once every 6 months. So I obviously didn't really keep it up very much. Anyways, all of that to say, I have recently decided that I am actually going to make it a point to get my brows done like once a month. Because like I said, not only do they look fantastic after Barbara graces her little tweezers and threads onto my brows, but it also just makes my daily makeup routine so much quicker, so much simpler, and I just like them so much more. And so I feel like it's a small thing to add into my beauty routine that really does make a really, really huge difference. For example, I actually got my brows done yesterday, and all I did today for my brows is just pop in a clear brow gel. I didn't even feel like I needed to put in a tinted brow gel. So any type of beauty routine that actually makes my routine more low maintenance, I'm all in for, and I love it. Another big makeup in for me is using the same cream on my cheeks and on my lips. As you guys know, I love a simple makeup routine, anything that's quick and easy, and there's nothing easier than taking the same blush, putting it on your cheeks, and then just dabbing the same blush on your lips, and you will always have a cohesive makeup look. It just harmonizes your makeup, and you also don't need to think about, oh, does my blush and lip clash? For example, today I'm wearing this Cashier Weiss blush in Blossoming on my cheeks, and then I dabbed a little bit of it on my lips, and it created like such a pretty nude lip, but I felt like it was maybe a little bit too light. So then I added a little bit of my Say gloss on top in the shade Bounce. But the base of my lip is the same color as my cheek. So because of that, I find that it just kind of makes my whole makeup look just work so well together. It's such an easy and almost obvious trick, but I find it so impactful, and it's one of my new favorite things to do. My last in for makeup are bold lips. I'm definitely not wearing a very bold lip right now. This is in fact a very nude lip, and I still love a nude lip. I'll still be wearing a nude lip. There was like a large chunk of time where I very, very rarely would go towards a bold lip if it wasn't for a video, but I wouldn't necessarily go out for dinner wearing like a red lip or a bright pink lip because it did make me feel a little bit self-conscious. And I'm really at the point in my life where I feel so confident in my self-expression that I just don't care. Like I am more than happy to do whatever I want to do to my makeup, to my hair, with my clothes, which is honestly a really freeing feeling and it feels really awesome. So with that said, I have been wearing bold lips so much more often lately. And I actually find that when I wear like a bright red lip or a bright pink lip or whatever it is, it actually makes me feel more confident. I also love a bold lip because it kind of allows you to go really simple with the rest of your makeup. In fact, I find that the simpler the rest of my makeup is, the better the bold lip looks. And so if there's a day where I'm like not really feeling doing a full face and going all out, but I still want to look like I like did something to my makeup, like there's a little bit of extra something, I'll just pop on a bold lip. And it's the easiest way to add that little extra spice. Okay, now moving into my skincare and body care ins. I only have two. One of them is a new in for me, and I'm very excited about this because I feel like this has completely changed my skin, and that's toner. I never prioritized using toner. I don't think I've ever really even had a toner in my skincare routine. I honestly thought toner was BS. I thought that it did absolutely nothing, and I honestly just was not educated on toner and what it can actually do for the skin. And ever since I started to incorporate toner into my skincare routine, my skin has been so much happier. I have very dry, very sensitive, and very reactive skin. After washing my face, my skin typically gets super red and inflamed because it just gets really irritated very easily. I currently am using the Vivier Refreshing Toner, and when I put that stuff on my face, the redness disappears immediately. My skin feels so much happier, it feels so much more balanced, and it just doesn't feel angry at me anymore, because what toner pretty much does is it rebalances the pH levels of your skin, especially after washing it, that is needed. And just the difference that it makes is wild. And it's funny that it went from a product that I thought did nothing to a product that I feel probably does the most of my skincare routine right now. So love me a toner right now. It's a huge in, huge in. My next in are body oils. This is not necessarily super new because I've been using body oils for a while now, but I feel like I've started to gain a new appreciation for them over the last couple of months. I found a specific body oil that I'm so obsessed with that just makes my body care routine like 30 times better, that it really just became such a huge part of my skincare routine. Whereas before it was something that I added in every once in a while. Now it's something that I pretty much put on my body every single day. So the oil in question is the Quintessent Vanilla Caviar Oil. The oil itself is so moisturizing, so delicious. When you put it on your body, it just melts in right away. I love using it on its own. I love mixing it in with my body lotion to create even more of like a moisturizing concoction. But the smell of this stuff is like unbelievable. It smells like the purest vanilla ever. There was literally a vanilla bean in the bottle. So you can only imagine how delicious it smells, okay? You smell like just the most expensive vanilla cake. I have two pretty big ins when it comes to my hair. The first in is really staying consistent with my hair rituals. This is something that honestly I never really did up until like 6 months ago. I started to really pay attention to how I was taking care of my hair. Yes, I would take care of my hair in the sense where like I would get frequent trims and I would put heat protectant before styling it, but I never really paid attention to my scalp care, and I never really even considered it, honestly. And only within the last 6 months have I really truly kind of zoned in on a scalp treatment program that really works for me and that I've been very consistent with over the last couple of months, and so consistent that I've actually started to see progress, which is amazing. Because the thing is, when it comes to any type of hair ritual or hair routine, you need to be consistent, because if you're not consistent, you're not going to see the results, especially when it comes to any type of like scalp treatment. And so you can do it every once in a while and it's not going to hurt, but it's not going to give you the results that you're probably looking for if you're using them in the first place. And so a big in for me is actually keeping up with my rituals and making sure that I'm taking care of my scalp and doing all of the oils that I love to do consistently so that I get to actually see the results. In case you're wondering what my favorite hair oils are, I love the Vegamore Grow Hair Serum. That one I use almost every single day, and I use it on my wet hair. I also use it on my dry hair, and that's really gonna help just in like the overall health of the scalp. It's also gonna help with shedding, which is really awesome. And then another oil that I really like is the Agent Nature Holly Mane. Is that what it's called? I'll link it down below. For some reason, I'm blanking on the name, but that's something that I use more on like a weekly basis rather than every single day. Because I don't put that in when my hair is dry. I'll only do it kind of as a treatment before washing my hair. The next in for me when it comes to my hair is my natural hair, my curly hair. I have been on such a journey trying to embrace my natural curls, and it's been exactly that. It's been a journey. It's not something that has come easy for me because for my entire life, I've worked against my hair. Stupid kids always made fun of my curls when I was growing up, and I always felt so self-conscious of them. So from the age of like 12 onwards, I would blow dry my hair, and I pretty much never wore my hair curly. And when my hair did get curly, like if I was at a pool party and I went in the water and then my hair dried, like the embarrassment that I felt was intense. And to relearn how to actually love my curls, it's been such a process, and I really go through ups and downs when it comes to my curl journey. There's some weeks and months where I love my curls and I'll wear them more often, and then there's others where I just don't, and I don't want to wear my hair curly. But something that I'm really trying to work towards is just kind of embracing my curls and enjoying them as much as possible. If you've watched any of my curly hair routines, you can see how timely they can be, which is also like a deterrent for me wanting to wear my hair curly because it's so much faster for me to just blow dry my hair. So it's also trying to find routines that are quick and easy. So for example, this is like half my natural texture and half a little bit of like a waver situation. I pretty much just let my hair dry completely naturally without putting in the mountains of product that I normally put in, because if I don't put in all the product and twist and do all the things, then my hair won't be as curly. So I just let my hair dry completely, and I wasn't obsessed with how it dried, but what I did was I took my Amika waver and I just put it through my hair to kind of create these like nice beachy mermaidy waves. And I really like it, which is really exciting because that just gave me another way to wear my natural hair. Curls are very in. Now let's talk about some of my fashion ins. One of the biggest ones that I have is baggy denim. And baggy denim is definitely very trendy right now, and I honestly do not want it to go out of trend anytime soon. And even when it does go out of trend, I still see myself wearing it because I just love baggy denim so much because it is so comfortable. And not only is it so comfortable, but it's also, I find, to be really flattering, especially when you find that perfect pair of baggy denim that's like baggy enough where it still gives you that kind of like oversized look, but it's also like fitted enough where it still shows off a little bit of shape. It's also not easy to find the perfect pair of baggy jeans, but after trying so many different pairs and returning so many pairs, I did find two that work so well for me. The first is actually what I'm wearing right now, and these are the Reformation Val 90s straight jeans, I think they're called. They are perfectly baggy. They're long enough. I'm 5'8", so it's not the easiest to find jeans that actually go to the floor. They're super comfortable. And then the A Goldie 90s mid-rise straight, I believe they're called. I'll put the actual name on the screen. I'm just going off of this from memory, which is never a good idea, but those are also so good. The particular wash that I got is just like the perfect medium blue jean. And that actually brings me to another in that I had, which wasn't planned, but medium wash jeans are such an in for me right now. I was so into more of like a light wash jean for a while. It was like all that I would wear. I love the medium wash jean because it's so easy to dress down and dress up. Circling back to the baggy denim, because I have one more thing that I want to say. I actually find it to be such a sexy silhouette, and wearing a pair of baggy denim with a stellar pair of heels, there's nothing sexier in my books. So another huge in for me is making my own clothes. If you follow me on Instagram or on TikTok, then you know how obsessed I've been with crocheting. I've been sharing a lot of my crochet creations, including this one, over the last little bit. And that's because I love it, okay? I love crocheting so much. I'm so grateful that I found this hobby because it has brought me so much joy. When I started crocheting, I never would have imagined that I would be making my own clothes. That was never in the cards or in my plan, I guess. I only started crocheting to make amigurumi, which are like little stuffed animals. I made Gus, my cat, a couple sweaters and they were so cute and so easy to do. It kind of gave me the confidence to make a human sweater. And so I did. And it's this beauty over here. It is truly the nicest cardigan that I have in my collection. And the fact that I made it gives me such a level of satisfaction that I didn't even know existed. Is this not the most gorgeous, stunning, beautiful sweater cardigan you've ever seen? Look at the back. I know. Now that this project is finished, I really do feel like I have the confidence to continue to make my own clothes, and I'm so excited to continue to do so. Okay, now kind of going into some miscellaneous things. Another big in for me is actually dressing for my color season. If you are on TikTok, there is no doubt that you have not seen the color analysis filters. Trying to figure out what my color season was something that I never tried to do. I never even knew that this kind of color analysis thing existed. Obviously, I knew that there are colors that I look better in than others, but I never considered that I would be in a color season. So I started to try to figure out what my color season was. And after doing a little bit of research, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, because this is what I see, autumn. And I actually specifically wore this tank top today because it's part of my color season. And listen, there's so many colors that are not within like the autumn color family that I still love wearing, like a bright pink, love wearing that. And I actually feel like that looks really good on me too. But I really do find that when I wear things within the autumn color family, I find my hair pops a lot more, my eyes pop more. And that's actually why I feel like my auburn hair works well for me, because I am in that color family. And this works in that color family. And that's also why I think I really enjoy brown mascara and brown eyeliner. It's said that if you are more in like the warmer color families, such as autumn and spring, then the brown eyeliner, brown mascara is a good direction to go to. So when I'm shopping for clothes, I'm definitely like keeping these colors in mind. Even when like I'm choosing my nail color, I'm trying not to go towards the colors where I feel like will kind of clash with my tones. I really don't take it that seriously, but it's kind of like a nice thing to have in your back pocket. So my next in is kind of funny because I'm very much going against it, and that's short nails. I'm very into short nails right now. Even though my nails are long at the moment, I really love short nails. I kind of go back and forth, honestly. Like I will go get my nails done and I'll ask Gab, my wonderful nail artist, to cut my nails off completely. And I just love having those short nails. I love how they look. I love how they feel. But I get my nails done like every 3 or so weeks. And by the end of the 3 weeks, my nails are long again. So what I'll typically do is I'll keep them long for the next session, and then I'll cut them off again. So I kind of go back and forth between short and long, short and long, short and long. I just find that short nails look really nice and fresh, and it's definitely the length that I'm more drawn to right now. Now I have a couple jewelry ones because I do love my jewelry. Big, huge, fat jewelry in for me right now is chunky jewelry. I am so happy that chunky jewelry is kind of coming back. For a long time, we were all about the dainty jewelry, and I also love dainty jewelry, but I love chunky jewelry. Anything that like commands a little bit of attention is just so much fun. My necklace is a great example of that. I love chunky earrings, I love chunky rings, I love chunky necklaces, chunky bracelets, all the chunkiness, all fabulous. Another big jewelry in for me right now are wrist parties, which basically just means wearing like a fun little stack of bracelets. It's so funny because I never was really a big bracelet person. I always prioritized necklaces and earrings, and I pretty much never would put on a bracelet. Lately, I'm really having fun just creating like fun little wrist parties because I just feel like it's so cute, especially with my tattoo. Like I really like the way a cute little wrist party looks with my tattoo. So I actually really love wearing like sentimental jewelry. It's my favorite type of jewelry to wear. And this evil eye bracelet, my mom actually got me when she was in Italy, I believe. Then I have a permanent bracelet here. This is like one of the ones that they weld on, so it never comes off unless you obviously cut it off. So this is always on my wrist. It's just a really pretty gold chain. This is such a cutie. It's a green and gold bracelet from CNC Jewelry. This bracelet is so special. This was actually my mom's, I believe, when she was like in her 20s. And she gave this to me a really long time ago, and I actually kind of forgot about it. Sorry, Mom. But I recently rediscovered it, and I'm obsessed. It's like a gold and diamond bracelet. Like how fancy and fun. And this one is so fun because it's my little silver Tiffany bracelet, which has the Return to Tiffany tag. I got this when I was 13 years old. 13 years old, which means that this bracelet is, how old am I? I'm 29. 16 years old, which is awesome. So those are all of my ins as of right now, at least. I probably have more, but those were the ones that I was able to think of for this video. Now let's talk about some outs. The first out that I have is listening to the hype when it comes to skincare products. Something that I have learned is that less is more when it comes to skincare. Came to my skincare products for the longest time, I was putting on everything. I was watching different TikToks of like all the different types of products that people are combining together and what order you should put all of them in and all these fun new skincare products that are amazing for the skin. And I ended up just putting so much different types of products on my skin that my skin ended up hating it. And in the end, there was just like honestly too many actives in my skincare routine and my skin was just not happy about it. I think when it comes to skincare, the most important thing to remember is that not everything is going to work for everybody. So the routine that I use works amazing for me, but it might not work well at all for you. And I think it's just so important to stick to what works for you and stick to it. You don't necessarily have to like add in 50,000 different products just because they're super popular right now and they're super hyped up on social media and it's all you're seeing. It's probably better for your skin just to kind of keep it nice and simple. And that is definitely something that I have learned, especially dealing with my little perioral dermatitis situation. A big reason as to why I had that in the first place. I was definitely using too many different types of products and my skin was just freaking out from it. And after really simplifying my routine and just blocking out all of the other noise, my skin has been so much happier. Another out is not getting ready or doing my makeup for the day when I work from home. So I work for myself and I either work from my office or I work from my house. Either way, I'm by myself and I'm not necessarily seeing people throughout the day. So it's always very tempting to just simply not get ready for the day, especially if I'm not going to be going on camera and I'm just doing like computer work. I'll just like stay in like my comfy clothes and I won't do my hair, I won't do my makeup, and that's totally fine. And there's still days where I absolutely do that. But I have noticed truly such a difference in my confidence and just even outlook for the day when I just get ready for the day. And that doesn't mean like doing full glam and putting on like a crazy outfit or anything like that. It's simply just like putting on like a tiny little bit of makeup, brushing my hair or lightly styling it and just putting on like a cute but comfy outfit. Just doing that immediately like boosts my mood by at least 20%. And I think that's really powerful. In my notes, the next one just says, neglecting my toes, LOL. And what I mean by that is not keeping up with my pedicures. So I'm pretty religious when it comes to my manicures. I get them done every 3 weeks. A big reason why I do that, honestly, is for my work. Like I feel like my nails always have to be on point if I'm on camera, but I really don't pay that same attention to my toes. I will get a pedicure maybe 3 times a year. Maybe. When that pedicure starts to grow out, I don't just remove the polish and just go bare toes. No. I just allow the polish to very slowly grow out. It looks like my toes are wearing little hats at one point. So either A, I just need to remove the polish and actually not neglect the remaining polish that's still on my toes, or B, just get a pedicure every once in a while. That's something that I would really, really like to do for myself. So yeah, neglecting the toes is a big out. My next out is buying clothes for ultra specific occasions. For example, I went to the Eras tour, and obviously a big part of going to the Eras tour is dressing up and having a lot of fun with your outfit. So instead of going through my closet and my existing pieces of clothing and trying to come up with a fun outfit with things that I had, I decided to get things that I would typically never wear. For example, and I didn't even end up wearing this. I ended up wearing something else. And not only did I end up wearing something else, but I wore a jacket over it the entire night because it was pretty cold. Buying things like this for very specific events where I'm not necessarily going to be, wearing this again or wearing this again very often, it's just such a waste. It's a waste of money. It's a waste of clothes. It's just simply wasteful, especially when it comes to like buying very specific dresses. Like if I'm going to a wedding and I'm so set on getting a new dress for this wedding when nobody has ever seen any of my other dresses that I have in my closet that I purchased for other events that I only wore one time. It's just like, it's a silly cycle that I would really, really like to break. A lot of my outs were fashion related. And the next one is buying colorful workout clothes. I love color. I love colorful clothes and I love colorful workout clothes. I have a lot in my collection, but when I go to my little workout section in my closet and I pick out an outfit to wear, guess what I'm picking up? Yep, you guessed it, a pair of black leggings and a black sports bra. And the reason being is because I just feel the most comfortable and the most confident in workout clothes when they are black, especially colorful leggings in particular. I'll wear them every once in a while, but I'll always slightly regret choosing to wear them and just wishing that I would have put on my black pair. Granted, I actually don't really feel this way towards my sports bras. This is really more towards leggings. So I shouldn't say workout gear in general. I should really say just specifically with leggings because I like wearing colorful sports bras. That doesn't bother me. But the leggings, black always. Black or navy. Just kind of being more mindful when I'm purchasing workout gear of what I actually like to wear. So we're ending my outs with one that I think might upset some of you. And I'm sorry in advance. It's even shocking me, frankly, that I've come to this point. And that's high-waisted jeans. I'm sorry, it got like caught in my throat. I was the #1 fan of high-waisted jeans. When mid-rise and low-rise jeans started coming back in style, I was so horrified and so resistant to the mid-rise and low-rise because I just felt like high-rise was the rise for me. I just felt like they were the most flattering, and it's just what I really grew accustomed to wearing over the last couple of years. I didn't realize how uncomfortable high-rise jeans were until I started wearing more mid-rise jeans. Because they would go so high up, pretty much every single time I would sit down, I would have to undo the top of my jeans. Like going out for dinner in a pair of high-waisted jeans, it wasn't always the most comfortable. And I found like that was a very consistent theme throughout all of my jeans, but it just felt like something that you just lived with. Like it just was what it was. And it's not even like they didn't fit me. They fit me perfectly. I just felt like the comfort level just wasn't really there because it just was digging in a very uncomfortable spot when you would sit down specifically. And then I started wearing mid-rise jeans and I was like, wait a second. These are amazing. They're so much more comfortable. I actually find them to be more flattering. I know. Especially mid-rise baggy jeans. And I have pretty much just completely stopped wearing my high-rise jeans. Every time I put them on, I'm like, Jamie from 8 months ago, how did you do this? So I'm not saying that I'm never gonna wear high-waisted jeans ever again, okay? All I'm saying is they're not my favorite anymore. And I can't believe I'm even saying that out loud. That is it, guys. Those are all of my current ins and outs. This was so much fun to talk about. I hope that you enjoyed it. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments, and please share any of your ins and outs in the comment section. I would love to hear them. Hit the thumbs up button if you did enjoy, and subscribe if you want to join the fam, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.